Hey, what's going on? Benji Kaiser here today, talking about how to improve your skills as a graphic designer. What are some different things you need to do if you have a vision of what you want to create, but it just, whenever you go to do it, it just doesn't happen? What are some of the things you can do that can really boost your creativity and boost your skills as a graphic designer if you're just getting started out or you've been in the industry a while and you just need to sharpen up a bit? So that's going to come at you in just a moment, but first, before we jump into the content, if you've yet to subscribe to this channel, I highly recommend doing so. Put out daily videos helping you pack a punch and build an audience. Also on this channel, there's some gear, some tips as well for what you need to be a graphic designer. So you're wondering how to boost your skills. And this video was created actually out of a response to somebody's comments saying that I really love graphic design, I'm trying to improve, I've been doing some logo challenges, but I still have this gap in my skills. What can I do to fill that gap? So that's why this content is coming at you right now. And besides getting some courses on creativity and creative learning from like lynda.com or maybe different creative exercises like the 30-day logo challenge, what are some things you can do to improve your skills? I'm gonna do a little background. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree in graphic design. And during my master's degree, I struggled with arranging typography well. My teacher would constantly come to me and say, okay, the design looks great, the photographs are fantastic, the elements are arranged well, but your type looks like an afterthought. What I was doing is I wasn't studying the typography. I wasn't looking at the leading between the lines. I wasn't looking at the tracking between the letters. I wasn't looking at even the kerning between individual letters within big like headline text and stuff like that. So I was taking my type for granted. I wasn't looking at my type as a design element. When you're a graphic designer, you need to be looking at each and every aspect of your design as a design element, whether that be a photograph, a bar of color, an illustration, the typography. It all creates the composition. So maybe you need to start laying out grids to understand how the composition fits, if the things align well. And so, maybe you need to start pulling out some grids. Maybe that's one thing you need to do. And I have a video, I've made a video about how to create grids in InDesign, and you can check that out in the YouTube cards above or the description below. That's one thing I didn't really know about. My mind was blown when I found out I could create grids to make sure that every time I set up a design, it would be accurate, things would be aligned, spacing would be good, and that is what puts the professional designer a cut above the amateur designer, is noticing those fine details. So one of the biggest ways that I boosted my skills or my creativity was looking at the details, was taking the time to address, okay, is this picture just in line? Do I want it out of line? How do I create the emotion? Rather than just saying, okay, I'm gonna put a picture here and text here and that's good enough. One of the key tips that I started to implement in grad school was I started to study design. I didn't just simply look at design and observe design, I studied it. I studied good graphic design and I studied bad graphic design, and I looked at the correlation between the two and what made this one good and this one bad. It's gonna take time to develop the natural inclination to create good design. For some reason, when we seek to become graphic designers, we're really good at creating crappy design. It's the nature of the beast. Over the years, you will start to develop an eye for it. You'll start to develop a feel for it. It'll almost become second nature, but that takes time. I've been in the industry for just under a decade now, and I'm just starting to get that really second nature feel for graphic design. And if you're just getting started, don't let that discourage you. Let that encourage you, knowing that there is a point where you'll reach that second nature if you're not seeing it right now. The more you study graphic design, the better and faster that your second nature will become. Okay, but what do you study? Who do you study? You don't want to just study all the latest trends, because a lot of times those people are breaking the rules. I don't mean that it's wrong to break the rules. I mean you have to know the rules first. Excellent graphic designers have rules, know how to break them in order to create compelling designs. But first, you want to know the basic rules. So you want to study the principles of graphic design, the principles of line, shape, color, space, rhythm, and many others. This will help you understand how to arrange things, how to color things, how to contrast things, how to use type and line and hierarchy, all of these things working together to create an excellent graphic design piece. Who should you study though? I would recommend studying historical figures in graphic design. People like Saul, people like Paul Rand, people like Massimo Vignelli, people from the Bahas movement like Behrens and Laszlo Moholy-Nagy. All of these people have created excellent graphic design over the years. Now, if you want to study some more like distortion oriented, look at Paula Scher or David Carson. These people really push the bounds of what it means for like grunge graphic design and taking things and stepping out and breaking the rules. If you're curious about more designers that I would recommend, I'm gonna list some of those in the description below and you can go check those out. Those will be incredible resources to you because you can see, okay, what have people done historically? One of the best books is The History of Graphic Design, and I'll list that in the description below. It literally takes you from like hieroglyphics all the way up to the latest designers like Behrens. So that is gonna be an incredible resource to you if you're willing to invest a little bit of money in that. There's a lot of things you can do to improve yourself, like 30-day logo challenges, or a layout a day, or a sketch a day. Do those things. Don't underrate doing one thing every single day that will build exponentially. For me, when I started this YouTube channel, I wanted to put out a video every single day. And if you go back and look to the first video I put out, it's not that good. Compared to the quality and the communication that I have in this video is much better. So that is encouragement that doing something daily, doing one thing every day, looking at a logo, sketching a logo, observing layout design will create building blocks for your improvement as a graphic designer. Now, will more gear, will more tech improve your skills as a graphic designer? No. It takes doing sketches, creating layouts, producing logos, illustrations, package designs, everything that you want to do as a graphic designer to improve your skills. As we're continuing in this video, if you have any questions, please comment below. If you're a graphic designer and you have a few tips or tricks that you have used over the years to improve your skills, put those in the comments below as well to help out people who are coming to this video trying to improve their skills in the graphic design industry. I'm gonna leave you with one final thought. Looking at graphic design alone has never improved anybody's skills. You have to look and practice. You cannot simply observe, consume, and hope you'll produce better. You need to work with the tools. You need to work with your pen, with your pencil. You need to work in InDesign, Photoshop, and Illustrator, and really flesh out these tools so that you can take the ideas you see, the concepts, the good design, the bad design, and then formulate them into your own design pieces. Don't just look, do. That is really the biggest thing that I saw over the past 10 years, is when I really got serious, is when I really started to improve. I hope this video has helped you today. If you have any questions, like I said, please comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date on all the latest design, tech, and tools. And I will see you here on the next episode. I'm Benji Kaiser of BenjiKaiser.com.